What's up, Frodo?
What's up, socks?
You just showed me the Lord of the Rings tarot deck that you got yourself.
And you just showed me the slippers you're wearing that I got you.
I know, you got me slipper socks. I love them. They're so cozy. Because I got home yesterday. Okay, first of all, everything we did this weekend was so fucking cold. I came home last night, took a shower, and put on so many layers, and then I slept with my heat way too high because I just like couldn't get warm.
I was fine.
Yeah, you're a guy. And you always have lots of layers on and sweaters and coats and shit. I have nothing. I'm an idiot.
And I'm traveling with you, so my blood pressure is through the fucking roof, so I'm just like sweating all the time and like waiting to die.
I mean, mine should be there too because we both have our cranky moments at each other. Really not that many.
Yeah, but you got like a Chaos Lord sits next to you and licks your face and gives you undying love.
I know. He does calm me down.
I'm in the back seat listening to fucking mid-90s post-punk garbage.
My late 90s, early 2000s emo explosion on the way home.
Oh my God. Pull my t-shirt forward and scream and cry.
Listen, I made Tenney listen to Saves the Day, Get Up Kids, fucking Hey Mercedes, Braid.
Those were different bands?
Hot Rod Circuit. Fuck yeah, they were.
No, they sounded exactly the same.
Yeah, I like a whiny song with lots of woes and yeahs and oohs and woes. And claps and group chants. Because I was hitting a wall. This happens to me on road trips, right? If I hit a wall, I have to listen to like a burst of songs that I know every word to, and then it like powers me home. And that's exactly what it did.
I knew what you were doing, which is why I didn't complain too much about it.
Yeah, it was like freezing raining. I'm like, I like really need to focus and push this last hour.
Yeah, I knew when you like stopped watching television, you were focusing on driving.
Yes. Well, first of all, yeah, we watched a murder story on the way home about...
You watched 2 episodes of Mr. Ballin and then a full 2020.
Yes, we watched the new Mr. Ballin YouTube episode about a crazy lady in Italy that made...
Don't give away the spoilers.
Okay, I won't. Oh, fine, I won't say
Adam Berry.
I know, Adam Berry fucking spoiling shit. Okay, watch the new episode of Mr. Ballin on YouTube. It's about a lady in Italy who gets cursed, and then she tries to do stuff to get out of the curse. And boy, are you not ready for what she does.
I knew that story, though.
It did kind of sound familiar to me, too, but I didn't know why. I'm like, where would I have heard this?
I think maybe web crawlers did it.
Did they? Maybe that's why it sounded familiar.
I think they did. I think that's how I knew it.
Yeah, right? I'm like, I feel like I know these names. Like, why do I know every name that he's saying? But I don't know. It's really good. And then, yeah, so then I put on... I was just like in the mood for nothing. I'm like, I don't want to hear music. I don't want to hear shows. So I like randomly put on a 2020 episode on Hulu. And we watched it about this fake doctor named Dean Faiello who made some mistakes. He was really attractive and everybody just fawned over him and let him do whatever he wanted. And then he was a fake doctor and then everything went very bad.
And he's a psychopath.
And he's a fucking psycho and he aged like milk. Bro, I didn't think it was that. When he came on the screen, I go, that's not him. And you're like, oh yeah, it is. I'm like, oh, it looks like every drop of humanity from his body has just been wrung out.
It's so funny because when you said that, for some reason, the way my brain works, who knows how my brain works, I remember this is years ago. Like I bought a really nice pair of dress shoes and I threw them in my back closet and forgot about them for like 7 years. And like the vacuum sat on top of them and other shoes sat on top of my, like, and I was cleaning out that closet after like 7 years and I saw the back end of the shoe and I was like, oh, those are those good shoes. And I pulled them out and I was like, oh, those are fucking trash now.
Yeah, they turned crunchy.
But that's how that guy aged.
Yeah, like old fucking dead shoes.
Old dead closet shoe.
That was a weird analogy, Tenney, but it's about time that you made one and they're not all my weird analogies because I do that shit constantly. But yeah, no, I have that because, listen, when I buy girly shoes, like dress shoes, if you keep them in your closet too long, they get crunchy or like the sides will like crack. I only know how to be a girl like once every 5.75 years and then all my shoes die because I'm not doing it.
And for some reason I've had this happen too where I'll like wear them once and then they put them in the closet and they won't dry out properly. So then they get like moldy.
Gross. Nope, I don't have that problem. Sweat lord.
Yeah, it's true.
The fuck. Yeah, no, I was reading a tiny bit more about that doctor today. And because, okay, I had said to you, they said something in the episode about lidocaine, and I'm like, this is where it goes wrong because I know from cosmetic tattooing, we use 5% lidocaine to numb our area. And some like injectors, Botox people, filler people use 10% lidocaine. And you can get it from certain places if you're getting like a back piece done. But I've heard or read or whatever that if you use over 10% lidocaine on a big area of your body, too much of it can get into your bloodstream at once and it can make you have a heart attack. So when they said that, I'm like, this idiot fucking did something with the lidocaine. And then they get to the point in the story where
Spoilers, Adam Berry
I know, I'm trying to say it and not say it, but he
overdoses someone on lidocaine.
yeah, one of his clients, even though he's not a doctor, he's still taking clients and not doing
Just leave it like that, though.
But no, I have to tell you one thing. I read today, because they didn't say how it happened. I read today that he fucking injected over a vial of lidocaine into her fucking tongue.
Oh.
Like, that's okay. First of all, in what anything, in literally what medical setting ever do they put shit in your tongue? Never. That sounds like the fastest way to get shit into your blood and fuck you up no matter what it is.
Yikes.
What a fucking idiot. So yeah, so it's a wild story though. It's like one of the newer 2020 episodes. It's on Hulu. You guys should watch it because it's a fucking wild ride. Wild.
Don't forget, this is a shorter episode.
I know. I told you we have some stuff to talk about. Yeah, me and Tenney had the best day of our lives in Cincinnati this weekend. That's what we're talking about. All the stuff we just talked about happened on the way home. We didn't even talk about the trip yet. But we teased on the last episode that what we were doing was better than fucking going to space. And then we posted on Instagram what we did finally, and people are like, just getting all these comments like, you're right, it's better than space, better than space, this is better than space. I'm like, we fucking tried to tell you. But yeah, we got once in a lifetime access to the world's most famous hippos, Fritz, Fiona, Phoebe, and Tucker. They're just magical babies.
They are magical babies.
They're so good. It was so crazy. They're just big love bugs. Like when you're close to them, I don't know, it's crazy. You just notice stuff that you would have never noticed on TV. Like they have weird whiskers and stuff, and they're so cute.
Their whiskers are so weird because their whiskers are literally just like wire brushes, but not sharp wire brushes. Just like big, thick pieces of plastic.
Yeah, they're like straw.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you loved Fritz because baby Fritz kept biting his dad's butt and running after him.
I love an annoying little kid.
They were so sweet. They were like putting on a show. They weren't sure if they were going to be able to let him out that day. And then when we checked into our hotel the night before, the lady in front of me said that she had come from Vermont just to see Fiona and Fritz. And I was like, well, geez, they might not even be out tomorrow. And then it did end up being kind of sunny and nice. And they did let them out for a while. And they were all spinning around underwater and running around and
eating their lettuce.
Yeah, they ate lettuce by the side of the enclosure and everybody saw it. And Fritz's little tiny head was out between his sister and his mom. It was so magical the whole day. And like, not only that, we got to see every other animal at the zoo. Their zoo is so pretty. We never been to Cincinnati Zoo.
It's good. It's a good one.
It is. We saw manatees. We saw red kangaroos. We saw lions, giraffes, elephants, puffins, birds, weird birds,
penguins,
vultures, ostriches. What are painted dogs?
Yeah.
Mexican wolves. But yeah, me and you just kept looking at each other with the biggest eyeballs all day. Like we were 5 years old. Like this is the best, literally the best day ever.
I liked the fact that I had to take my hat off because they aren't used to seeing somebody wear a hat.
No, they don't like when you're taller than them either. You have some of the animals, if you don't want to scare them, you have to like crouch down so that they're taller than you. But they were so sweet. And
the hippos didn't smell like fish.
No, nothing. That's what we were saying. Their whole zoo smelled so clean. None of the animals smelled weird. Our whole zoo smells like garbage.
Yeah.
It smells like poop everywhere. The whole zoo. This is very like a barnyard smell. Their whole barn did not smell. Or zoo. What am I saying? Barn. I know what I'm saying. But we're still very, like I said, we watched the videos like all night and all the next day, and I still watched them today. I can't stop watching them. Like it's not real.
I know, it's funny.
No, they're so cute.
And now when I see posts from the Cincinnati Zoo of them, I'm like, I know that guy.
I know, we're friends. Fiona and BB loved us. BB is so funny. BB just wanted snacks. She kept her mouth open for like 4 minutes.
Just waiting for snacks.
Where's my lettuce? Where's my lettuce? They're so cute. And then we were talking about how do you even feel a lettuce piece in your giant ass mouth? Just get lost in there. Like when you see a whale taking a big like gulp of water, like how do you even feel that food in your giant ass mouth?
I was trying to rectify that in my own brain on the ride home. I was thinking about it. We didn't talk about this, but kept thinking to myself, like, how do they even know that there's food in their mouths? Because their mouths are so big.
Mm.
But then I've also, like, I've come home from the movies and been like, there's a single popcorn shell behind my left tooth.
That's true. Maybe they can feel their whole mouth. Yeah, there's just a lot going on in there. They got crazy teeth. I got on our Instagram and our on Twitter, we posted videos and they're just crazy teeth. And people were like, I've never seen it inside of the mouth that close. I'm like, yeah, me neither.
Yeah, no, me either.
I know it's wild. But I wasn't like intimidated. They're not, I don't know, I didn't find them scary. They just had like such a sweet demeanor.
You didn't find them intimidating because you weren't out in the wild with them.
Well, I know, but just something like that group, I'm saying that group in particular, like that group of hippos is so freaking nice and gentle and sweet.
If Fritz was out in the wild, he'd have knocked your ass down.
Yeah, he would have. He was so tiny though.
450 pounds tiny.
But he was so tiny. Little pig. We love Fritz. Always the best.
We love a Fritz.
And then, yeah, so we stayed at the cutest hotel ever at the Graduate Hotel in Cincinnati. And we were stoked about that too. Like our room was so cute. There's like, it was all whimsical themed. I guess the Kenner toy factory was around there.
Yeah, Kenner's from Cincinnati, so there's toys all over the place, and anything that Cincinnati is in there. We had Bootsy Collins pictures in the bathroom, Bootsy Collins wallpaper.
Yeah, all over in the bathroom. We had the lamp was like a toy guy. The other lamp was a tiger, and then there was like a chili bowl on the.
No, it was a Bengal tiger, right?
Yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
And then the whole room was like plaid and cute. And then there was like a giant pencil in the lobby and a bar and toy murals everywhere and cute pictures. It was so cute.
Yeah, and let me tell you something else. If anybody goes to that Graduate, everybody that worked there was the nicest person I've ever met.
Literally. Never seen a nicer hotel staff in my entire life.
Like, I got a White Russian, and then the bartender comes over after I had my first sip, and she was like, do you like it? And I was like, yeah, it's really good. And she's like, I put an extra shot of vanilla vodka in there for it to the taste. And I was like, oh, awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
Or like getting coffee, and the guy was like, don't worry about it. I was going to dump this out. Just take all the coffee you want.
Yeah. They were very much about like not wasting stuff. Like if there was something that was supposed to be thrown out or like, and then they always checked on us, made sure we liked stuff. And all the people at the front desk were all like so diverse looking. Every person had like, look, one person had black lipstick on. And then there was, I don't know, just everybody was so cute and different. I'm like, I freaking love it here. They were so cute. And then there was like a picture in the lobby too that said like the world's most famous hippo and it had Fiona on it. And they had a giant green hippo in the lobby that I took a picture of Toad by. But anyway, back to the picture. I'm like admiring it. I said something about it. And then the person behind the counter was like, oh, yeah, if you hold your phone up to that picture, it shows you live videos of Fiona. I'm like, why is this place so fucking cool?
Yep.
So cute. So shout out, big, huge shout out to the Graduate Hotel Cincinnati. We'll be back.
And now here comes the sad part of the trip.
Wait, I have one more happy thing to say.
Okay.
Shout out. I don't know if she'll ever hear this, but Toady got a babysitter in the hotel room while I went to the zoo. While we went to the zoo from rover.com, I hired a lovely girl named Abigail, and she was a teacher, and she just sat there and graded papers and stuff and watched Toad and played with him while we were at the zoo. And then we came back and he was so happy, like nothing happened.
It was great.
It was great. I love rover.com. I used them when I was in Vegas too, when I would go to the UFC fights, because I didn't want Toad to sit alone for freaking 8 hours and bark and get me kicked out of my hotel. So I'm like, let me just get Rover again. And the prices are so good. And that girl was so nice. So you guys should use that if you go places and you don't want to leave your dog all day. Okay, now on to the worst part.
Here's the worst part. Can we agree it's the worst part?
Yes, I know. I already know what you're going to say.
Let's condense it down to one word, and we'll both say it at the same time on the count of three. One, 2, 3. Food. The food in Cincinnati is a disaster.
I've traveled almost this entire country now. We've eaten in places that look like 7 people live there, still gotten edible food. We didn't get one good fucking meal the entire weekend in Cincinnati. Not one item. Not even, we would get a meal and get a side and like no part of it was good. Not
even from the fast food restaurants that we eventually started going to because trying to get good food was bad.
Yeah, even the staples that like are the same everywhere you fucking go weren't good in Cincinnati. Why?
It was pretty bad.
The only person who got good food was Toad. He got the chicken that he got at the Graduate Hotel smelled and looked straight up homemade, like cut and fried, like your freaking dad would make it. And he demolished it. And then everything we ate was trash.
See, we should have eaten at the Graduate.
We should have.
They probably have great food. Everything else was great.
You're right. I know. Well, and then too, we got we ate at like 3 different vegan places, right? And haha, it's not a joke about vegan food being terrible because we've had some of the best vegan food ever, everywhere, here, everywhere, Columbus, even everywhere. The vegan food there was like slop. And then we said in our Patreon video that fuck the chili in Cincinnati, and then everybody melted down. I'm like, we didn't have the Skyline chili, we're vegan. We had the vegan equivalent of Skyline chili, and it was like mud, disgust.
But I mean, I make vegan chili. It's not hard.
No, it's not hard.
When my parents lived here,
Yeah.
they ate vegan chili for 2.5 years, and I never knew it was vegan chili.
Yeah, the weird vegan chili that we got from this one place that was supposed to be on chili dogs. We thought it was going to be epic. The chili was like lentil soup with weird fake beef in it, and it was like black.
It's very weird.
Fucking vile. Vile. I will like shudder thinking about that chili for the rest of my life. So gross.
I came home and had like 4-day-old pizza, and it was better than anything I had in Cincinnati.
Literally, I got not even barely warm Arby's French fries on the way home, and they tasted fucking amazing.
So weird.
I know. I said in the Patreon video, I'm going to take a bag of lunch to Cincinnati next time because fuck.
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you, loaf of bread, peanut butter, jelly. Make yourself sandwiches.
Somebody better redeem that shit. Somebody, and we've gotten a lot of comments like, I'll show you the good places. I'll show you the good places. And I'm like, you got a big mountain to climb because I don't ever want to eat there again. Sorry, Cincinnati. Your city is lovely. Your people are lovely. We had a wonderful time, but I don't ever want to eat there again.
Nope.
And another thing, okay, I'll go back to good stuff. I started reading this book by Adrian McKinty called The Chain. I started reading it on Thursday night, even though I had to leave on Friday. And then, so I read it Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. No, wrong. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because we had to be up for the zoo on Saturday. And I stayed up in my bed in the hotel room till 5:30 and fucking finished the book because I couldn't stop reading it because it was so good. And I'm going to try and say just a short...
Oh my God. Really?
No, listen,
Are you going to try and recap this book?
No, not the whole thing, but listen.
Okay, because this is supposed to be a short episode.
I know, I'm almost done. But when I told you what it was about in the car, I did good. I did. Okay, listen, this is the gist of the book. It's called The Chain. I'm
ready.
I know, I'm scared. So the point of The Chain is it starts out with this lady's child getting kidnapped, right? And to complete the chain to get your kid back, you have to pay a ransom and kidnap another child. And when you do both of those things, they will release your kid. And then you have to be the kidnapper of the next person to keep the chain going. So you have to make that phone call and be like, your kid has been kidnapped. I have them. And then when you kidnap a kid, you can get yours back. It doesn't sound right. I hope people know what the fuck I'm saying. But yeah, so it makes the person into the bad guy because they have to kidnap the next kid, and then that person has to kidnap the next kid, and you only get it when the next person completes the task, and it keeps going and going and going, and it's evil as fuck, and it's so fucking good, and it's written so good. And I was telling you that like the chapters, each chapter that you turn to is like written in a different person's voice. So like one of the chapters is like the person that just got their kid kidnapped, and then it'll be like the next person, and then it'll be one of the kids writing. It goes between different voices and like their take on the situation. But it's so fucking good, I couldn't put it down. And I tweeted about it today, and the author followed me, which was really exciting.
Very exciting.
I know. And I ordered his new book called The Island, and I'm going to smash that too. I'm going to start it tonight, and I'm never going to sleep again.
Good work, buddy.
I know, it's really good. Okay, I think that's all.
Is that it?
Well, yeah, we're trying to keep this episode short because we're doing a YouTube live show this Friday, February 10th at 7 to reveal the winner of the Win a Date with John Tenney contest.
Yes, and then I will actually edit that live episode and turn it into an audio podcast to release it. So you're going to get like 2 fairly quickly. You'll get this podcast, and then you'll get a rebroadcast, a shorter version of the live show, probably on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, we just wanted to squeeze in an episode because we're excited about the hippos, and we wanted to talk about our trip, and we like talking to you guys. We didn't want to be away that long and then have you, I don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Because if we were just going to use the live show and then we wouldn't record a show for like 2 weeks, a different, like a regular pod app.
Right.
And I wanted us to talk about fun stuff.
Before we go into the live show wrap,
what?
I would just like to notify people
God.
that throughout Jessica's entire life, she cannot think of one thing that she's ever had a dream about.
Listen, Tenney is like Quizlord on road trips and trips, he'll just ask you weird fucking questions out of nowhere. And I don't have time to think about it. And I'm exhausted. So he asked me, and you say it in a tone that leads me to believe that there's a reason why you're fucking asking. So I'm thinking about the reason and the question. And I'm like, am I supposed to say a certain thing?
The question was, can you tell me one thing from a dream you've had?
And I said, no, I can't remember anything. I can't. I have very involved dreams, but then they fly out of my head, and it's probably for my own good. I'd probably go insane because most of them are terrifying. They probably just forget themselves, so I stay alive.
That's the silliest thing.
I know. I just couldn't. I didn't have the capacity to think. In
I
that
can't
moment.
stop thinking about dreams. I think about dreams that I had when I was 7 years old.
Yeah, and then I told you because you have an encyclopedia brain and I don't. I remember stuff for a short time and then it leaves my body.
I think you're lucky.
Good. I think I'm an idiot.
I would never want anyone to be trapped in this miasma cacophony brain that I have.
I mean, I got stuff bouncing around in my brain too. I don't know.
I know, but when we were at the antique store, I was like, "Oh, this is Seasons in the Sun by Terry Jacks. It was originally written by Rod McEwen." Like,
Yeah,
just as a thing that was in my head that I had to say out loud.
I know. Most of the time it's fun. We'll say the rule of fives thing real fast.
Oh, the rule of fives we were talking about is if you have a major artery cut, you can only live 5 seconds. If you have no oxygen, you can exist for 5 minutes. If you have no food, or excuse me, if you have no water, then you can exist for 5 days. And if you have no food, you can exist for 5 weeks.
And I said, absolutely not. I would die.
No food for 5 weeks?
If I don't have food for a day, I'm insufferable.
That is pretty true.
And we said you would go, wait, what were we saying? Was it about the water where we said on your last day you'd be fucking out of your mind?
Oh, yeah. With no water, by day 4, you're just in a completely different world. You'd be hallucinating so bad.
Yeah, just like biting on trees and shit.
Well, and that would also presume that you haven't had any food either. So no food or drink for 4 days.
Yeah, you're not like getting liquid from food either.
Yeah, you'd be doing pretty bad.
Yeah, you'd be doing pretty bad.
But that's just a quick rule of thumb. It's not science.
Yes. Okay, yeah, back to the contest.
From death to the contest. It's a perfect transition.
I know we keep going from happy to sad, happy to sad, happy to murdery animals, sad, happy, contest. Yeah, you guys have till Thursday at midnight Eastern to enter, and then I'll put all the pieces in a bowl, and then we will, of the entries that we've gotten, and we'll pull a name on the live show on Friday on our YouTube channel. The link is already up, so you can RSVP to the episode and get a reminder. We're going to have special guests on that we literally haven't invited yet at all because we've been too busy. So let's fucking see who's on there.
Yes, but I will, in this episode's description, I will put the link to buy tickets for Win a Date with Tenney and the link for the YouTube show on Friday.
Yes. Yes, under the episode. Anything else? We had the best day of our lives. We had the best weekend of our lives. We're very lucky. We love everybody. Oh yeah, and you can join we have made a video of our whole weekend. We always do that after our trips. Not only did we go to the zoo, but we stopped a bunch of other places, crazy places, and made little snippets, and then I edited it all together. So you can see that on our Patreon, patreon.com/whatsupweirdo, to support the podcast and get extra stuff and videos and cute things. And we've really, really nice people in there. I think that's it for now.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised we're doing so well today. I feel very awake. I'm not that tired. It's because we're so happy. It's because the weekend was so good.
I was melancholy and proud, and melancholy is not the right word. When you were talking about there's some nice people in our Patreon, I found a printout from one of my websites from 1997. It was a tripod website.
What's a tripod website?
It was like free websites. It was like the way Wix is for websites.
Got it.
There were like tripod websites and Lycos websites, like you could get a free website. But in the About John Tenney page, and I was thinking, because this is from when I was 26, and it said About John Tenney, and there was a thing in there that said, one of my main goals is to create a better, more well-informed community of weirdos who are open-minded and help each other. And there was a little part of my heart where I was like, oh, look at me, even back then. I just wanted more weird friends. Yeah, it doesn't take that much to just be nice and be your fucking self and not, I don't know. We genuinely love supporting people, lifting people up, seeing what other people are doing, seeing your projects, your books, your podcasts, your
art, your small business, your everything. Like, I love that shit. And anytime anybody needs any help with anything or a repost on Instagram, like, I got you. Like, we're like lucky to know all these people. I would never want to.
It just made me, reading that paragraph just made me remember like that era, like there was no one for me to talk to. Like whether there was no social media, so that wasn't happening. Maybe if some people came to my lectures, I would end up seeing them later, but that usually didn't happen. Like the internet was just coming around. I don't even think really MySpace was in full effect at that time.
No, I don't think so.
And it was just this thing where I was like, oh, look at me wanting to have coffee with weirdos and have other people to talk to. And now I'm in a position where I can do that.
I know. I made a post in our page. Well, you had made a tweet. Well, we had talked about this weeks ago that we wanted to make some kind of outlet because people want us to have a Discord. I don't really want to fucking have one, but maybe we still will. But anyway, we were talking about, we wanted to make a post in the Patreon so everybody could like show off what they do and like be proud of what they do and like let everybody else see it and you know, buy stuff from you if you make something cute that we all need to know about and whatever. So then anyway, so you, before I even fucking woke up today, made a tweet about, you know, if you have a cool thing that you do, put it under this tweet, like let everybody see it. And then I made like the same post in our Patreon, and so many people, the heartwarming part was not only were people posting links about their businesses, their podcasts, their books, their art, their everything, but there was other people like interspersed in the comments that like literally were just saying like personal achievements and like cute things that happened at their job and cute things that happened with their kid. I'm like, this is so fucking cute. Like, yeah. I'm proud of everybody and happy to know all these people. It's like so heartwarming. It was like one of the people specifically today that commented was like a kindergarten teacher, and they said something really nice that happened like in their class, and I was like, literally all this person wanted to do was like say an achievement that they were proud of to like-minded weirdos. Like, how could that ever be wrong?
Yeah,
I just love it. I love everybody. I love people. I love mylife.com.
Check out Jessica's 2 new websites, ilovemylife.com and ican'tremembermydreams.com.
And we're synopsises of books and movies.org.
Super synopses. All right, that's the short episode. That's it.
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Thanks for being my friend and going on trips with me and being fun and being excited about the dumbest, smallest shit in life with me.
Thanks for being my friend and coming on trips with me and being excited for the craziest, could never imagine stuff that happens to me.
It's true.
And you take pictures, which I don't do. So thanks for that too.
You know, I have been proud that you've been putting stuff in your Instagram story. That's like really, you've shown a tremendous growth in 2023.
I'm really trying.
I know. I've noticed. I'm
really trying to respond better to people, and I'm really trying to like post more. Like, I don't know.
You're doing a really good job.
Thank you, buddy.
Proud of you.
All right, get out of here.
Okay.
Fritz!
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 Little Fritz with your little head.
Okay, bye.